Hey everybody, it's Ramona. Welcome back. Tonight we have something a little bit different. I just finished watching a video by Alexis Schluter. She is one of the YouTubers that I follow, and she just posted a video and she called it Share the Love, her favorite YouTube channels. So this is a great idea. I'm going to share my favorites as well. You know that I'm into candles, wax, home fragrance. None of these have anything to do with that, with the exception of one person who does that, but she also does a few other things, so I will mention her. But otherwise, I'm looking. No, there are no wax YouTubers here in this list. I will list all the links for these channels down below, along with Alexis's channel as well. And thank you, Alexis, for doing this. I think it's a fabulous idea. So some of them, it's a long list. I tried to narrow it down. I did cross off some, but this is what I ended up with. And so first off on the list is because I'm back at the gym after a long hiatus. And when I'm on the treadmill or the stationary bike or the elliptical, it's the cardio. I got to watch something to keep me on the bike, to keep me on the treadmill. And these three channels that I watch while I'm doing that, it's kind of helpful. It's beautiful scenery, and it's places that I'd like to go or like to see. If I'm never going to get to any of these places, I've seen it on the video. And it is indoor cycling videos and city walks and pro walk tours. So they're touring Rome or, different cities in Ireland, all over the world. And it's really interesting. And you're kind of like cycling and walking and biking as these people are doing the same. So I do like those. For cooking channels, I follow America's Test Kitchen, which is really cool because America's Test Kitchen, they also have cookbook and they have a monthly magazine as well. So they will take a recipe like, for instance, mac and cheese, just off the top of my head. They will test it a million different ways. And I also watch the show on PBS on Saturdays as well. They will do a million different ways to test a recipe, and then they will come back with what they have deemed the best way to make this recipe. They do equipment testing. They do taste testing. I love America's Test Kitchen. I've been watching it for years and years and years on TV, and now I'm watching it on YouTube as well. And another cooking channel that I just found out about, maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago, is the Bon Appetit channel. I don't subscribe to the magazine, but I think I might have to. They do the same thing. They test recipes, and now they're all quarantined, so all the chefs are doing different things from their home, like, what can you cook out of your freezer or pantry meals. It's really, really cool channel. So if you like cooking, I highly recommend America's Test Kitchen and Bon Appetit as well. Okay. Let's see, any other cooking channels? Oh yes, Flav City with Bobby Parrish. That also is a good channel. Bobby Parrish is really into teaching you how to read labels, and not like just the macronutrients, but the ingredients. It's actually more about the ingredients in our food than the calories in our food. So he has some really good info. I've learned a lot about reading ingredient labels, about what's good, what's bad. For instance, he taught me that just because something has natural flavorings in it does not mean it's good at all. So definitely check out Flav City with Bobby Parrish. And I have another cooking one here. Oh yeah, Fledge Fitness. So in March, I was all into gung-ho intermittent fasting. And for 30 days, I did it straight. I did extended fast that lasted 42 hours of fasting. I loved it. And I was doing my extended fasts at work. On my off days at home, I would do usually 18-6 or OMAD, 1 meal a day. But once Rona came and we were wearing masks at work and double masking, N95 and this surgical mask on top of that, I just found it really difficult to stay hydrated because when I wasn't eating, I was hydrating a lot. Like I always had like a big water bottle with me, like a, what do you call it? Like it's just a water bottle with a spigot, I guess you would say. I'm sure that's not what it is, but anyway. And so I was like constantly hydrating. On my breaks, I would have like coffee and tea. And once we were wearing the mask, I just found it really difficult to hydrate whenever I wanted. And I know that's a puny, pissy reason for not doing it, but that's what it is. So I got way off track with intermittent fasting. I'm trying to get back on. However, what I'm getting to is Fledge Fitness. I learned a lot about intermittent fasting from Fledge Fitness and also from reading Dr. Jason Fung's books, which is not in this video, but Dr. Jason Fung, The Obesity Code, and The Complete Guide to Intermittent Fasting are two extremely educational books about intermittent fasting. And once you read those books, then it all makes sense. The science makes sense. It is crystal clear. I just need to get back to that place in my head to do it again. But Fledge Fitness really helped me a lot, really taught me a lot. All right, let's talk animals. Pluto the dog. When all this coronavirus first started, Pluto popped onto the scene out of nowhere. It's I can't remember Pluto's mom's name, but there's an app that I've used as well, and you can take a still picture of your animal, and you can make it animated, and he can talk. Anyway, Pluto mostly daily, comes out with just the most amazing, inspirational messages in a very comedic and lighthearted way. I love Pluto. Every time I see a Pluto video, I'm like on it ASAP. And I always end up laughing and smiling. Pluto makes my day. You have to follow Pluto. Definitely follow Pluto. Now, one that is just kind of ridiculous and silly, and I don't know why I find it so amusing and actually mesmerizing, is Chunk the groundhog. And all this video is a video, an outdoor camera of a groundhog eating carrots and apples and whatnot. And it's for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, but you can't take your eyes away. So apparently this guy, I don't know where he is, had a garden, and he noticed that all his vegetables in his garden was getting eaten, like just disappearing. So he ended up putting a camera outside in his garden. And lo and behold, he caught Chunk, the groundhog, eating his garden. So he ended up making a separate garden for Chunk. And Chunk lives under a shed in the backyard by this garden. And Chunk had a gal whose name was Nibbles. Is Nibbles. And so over the winter, I guess, the groundhogs hibernate. I guess they go away. And so Chunk and Nibbles ended up having a little junior groundhog, which I think, what the heck did he name him? Did he call him Chunk Jr.? I'm not sure. But anyway, it's kind of amusing. It's kind of weird why I like watching Chunk. I don't know why, but I do. So Chunk the groundhog made my favorites list as well. Okay, let's see what else is on my favorites list. So I used to watch a lot of beauty videos, like, in the last 8 or 10 years, but in the last 1 to 2 or 3 years, I've really unsubscribed to most of them. Emily Noel, I do still subscribe to, but I found that, I'm older now. I'm 55, I'm going to be 56. And a lot of those beauty videos I can't relate to. They're not addressing me and my needs and my crepey eyelids and my crow's feet under here. And I'm not going to load my face up with makeup and do the triangle thing and, baking. I'm just over that. So there's no beauty bloggers on my list whatsoever. Okay. Keeping up with Kaylee. I really enjoy Kaylee's channel. She does a little bit of everything, a little bit of exercise, cooking, home fragrance, and I really enjoy watching Kaylee. So she's on my list, as well as Heidi U2 Scrap. Heidi also does home fragrance, and although I said I wasn't going to include any on here, Kaylee and Heidi do other things such and let me stop. I should have said this at the beginning. There's 1,000,001 loves of my favorites channels in the wax community, and everybody knows. I'm not going to name them because I'm going to forget somebody, but everybody, I love everybody. So, but Heidi and Kaylee do other things, and I guess most of us do other things as well. But Heidi does Marshall's hauls and Winners hauls, and she goes for walks in the woods, and we met her puppies, and her sense of humor is absolutely incredible. Heidi is a fantastic person. I love her. And so I did add Heidi onto the list because she's well-rounded, let's just say. Okay, what's left? Okay, another love of mine is Lucas Nelson's channel. Lucas Nelson is the son of Willie Nelson. He has a fabulous voice. He is a fantastic musician. And every evening now he's putting out a video, or most evenings, called The Quarantunes. Not Quarantines, but Quarantunes. And it's just him and his guitar and his voice. Absolutely incredible. I love, love, love Lucas Nelson so much. One of my favorite videos from Lucas Nelson is, I'm assuming he's in France somewhere, possibly Paris, and he's singing La Vie en Rose. And just being Canadian and having learned French, all through high school, it gives me the impression that he speaks French fluently because the way he says his R's and his intonation, and I'm guessing he speaks French. I could be totally off base there, whatever. But Lucas Nelson is incredible, and I highly recommend you listen to Lucas Nelson. Okay. I just saw this note here. I did make an error a minute ago when I said I don't have any beauty bloggers on here, but I do have one, and it is Beauty by Anne-Marie, because Anne-Marie is in her 50s as well. And so her advice, it's more like skincare than makeup. And I really enjoy watching Beauty by Anne-Marie. And I've learned a lot from her about derma rolling and just different products that I've tried because of her. And so I do definitely recommend Beauty by Anne-Marie if you are of my age. All right, where are we at? Okay, Dollar Tree. I also love watching Dollar Tree hauls, and I like to haul from Dollar Tree. So I watch Bargain Beauty, and the owner of that channel is called Amy, and she does live walkthroughs or shop with me at Dollar Tree. She also does hauls from Dollar Tree. She also does Aldi hauls and shop with me as well. I really love watching Amy, and that's how I make my shopping list when I go to Dollar Tree, usually by watching Amy. And Thrifty Tiffany is another Dollar Tree channel that I watch all the time as well. I am subscribers to both of those gals, and I do love their channels. And then finally, let's talk Trader Joe's. And there are two channels. One I've watched for a while, and that is Katie Hespy. You've heard me mention her on my channel when I do Trader Joe's hauls. Katie works at Trader Joe's. Sorry. So Katie works at Trader Joe's. She does a weekly Trader Joe's haul, and then she does a taste test of some of the new products, and she does it with her husband and her little son. Her 3-year-old son his name is Benson. So definitely check out Katie Hespy if you love Trader Joe's. And the other gal that I just stumbled upon probably 2 weeks ago, I don't know her name. I know her channel is called Trader Joe's List. But she also does a lot of Trader Joe's hauls, and between the two of them, they help me make my Trader Joe's list. So I really, really love both those channels as well. And let's see, I think we got everybody. We did. So these are just some of the people that I'm watching all the time when I'm not watching wax videos and candle videos. So I will leave all the links down below and check them out. And I'm waiting to see, hopefully I'll see more of these favorites YouTube channels share the love, as Alexis says. So shout out to Alexis, and thanks for the inspiration. And I hope you will enjoy some of these channels as well. So I will see you soon. Bye.